Thomas Massie says on the floor of Congress, I just spoke on the floor before the imminent House vote on the release of the Epstein files. We must deliver justice for the victims.
He's trying to categorize the pedophiles as victims. He's saying, oh, we don't embarrass the people that went to the rape island. We should protect those names against unreliable accusations. Is he calling all of these victims unreliable? They've testified to the FBI. The FBI has these names in their possession. I asked the FBI director in a hearing, have you looked at the documents? No, he trusts everybody that's been there for decades. That is wrong. Do not let the Senate muck this bill up. And if you're a party to that in the Senate, you are part of this cover-up that we are trying to expose. I am sorry if one of your billionaire donors is going to get embarrassed because he went to Rape Island. That is what they have coming. In fact, they need to be on the other side of bars, a lot of them. Some of them will be embarrassed, but some of them need to go to prison, and the survivors know that. So how will we know if this bill has been successful? We will know when there are men, rich men, in handcuffs being perp-walked to the jail. And until then, this is still a cover-up. I urge my Senate colleagues, do not muck up this bill. The president has already said he will sign it. That means he will sign the bill that we have here today. Do not change this bill. He is ready to sign it. Give it to him. Put it on his desk. Let's get justice for these victims. With that, I reserve.
I think Thomas Massie, despite his freakish ways, being a Republican, like despite, you know, his freak-ass attitudes on other shit, on this issue and on Israel-related issues, unironically is one of the best congresspersons. I don't know how. I don't know why. It's confusing. Like, if you ask Thomas Massie on other shit, trust me, he's crazy. Guns, gender, whatever, right? Wait, what's his opinion on the Palestine issue? Thomas Massie is one of the most aggressive anti-Israel voices in Congress and has been so consistently. So much so that he's almost, I would say he's like one of the leading voices on this. Thomas Massie is white Palestinian? Wait, what? No, that's Amash. Justin Amash was a libertarian Republican congressperson who is actually a Christian Palestinian. And even he wasn't as aggro on Palestine as fucking Thomas Massie has been. All right, let's see my goat, my car guy.
Even in that case, I regret to inform you, you're not going to get to see the full unredacted Epstein files. It's not going to happen. And here's why. We already know there was a DOJ whistleblower who came out and said, and James O'Keefe has the literal video of it, they said, look, we're purging all of the stuff about Trump and Republicans from the Epstein files and leaving in the stuff about liberals and Democrats. And so they're cleaning up those files. Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, came out yesterday and said they're cleaning the files. They're purging all the stuff of Trump and Republicans out of there.
Okay, but why are we trusting James O'Keefe? Yeah, I don't know if James O'Keefe is a reliable narrator here, but I think it's just mostly, oh my God, so who said Naruto? Stop. Don't do that. That's crazy. Oh my God. He will be Hokage one day. Believe it. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Oh no. Uzumaki looking ass. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't unsee it now. He's about to Nanda Tebayo his way out of here, okay? Itadakimasu. He's literally doing it. Itadakimasu. Motherfucker about the shadow clone jutsu. Oh no. I paused him because he's about to shadow clone. I don't want you seeing him shadow clone, you know? If these guys had any real ambition of releasing the Epstein files without any friction whatsoever, they could have done so at any given moment. Trump alluded to it before, but then acted as though that was not going to be the case. He could just do it. He could literally just do it at any point. And the fact that he's not doing that, and he had to be convinced or he had to be pushed into doing that, means that there is definitely going to be some fuckery involved, and I don't trust the Department of Justice.
Hey, General, do you mean that you will provide all the files by 30 days?
We will follow the law. The law passed both chambers last evening. It has not yet been signed, but we will continue to follow the law, again, while protecting victims, but also providing maximum transparency.
Madam Attorney General, the DOJ statement earlier this year saying that the files would not release mentioned the fact that the review of the documents and the evidence did not suggest that any additional investigation of third parties was warranted. What changed since then that you launched this investigation?
Information that has come for information. There's information new information, additional information, and
oh my God. Bro, they are so bad. But also, they're not even trying. Yeah, when they say new information came out, what they actually mean, and I'll translate it for you, is Donald Trump has given the A-OK. Donald Trump has given the A-OK. And for the record, I was listening to some news coverage on this issue this morning, and what's really funny about it is that some Republicans are just straightforward. They straight up said, yeah, I was against it. Now Trump wants it out, so I'm for it. There are Republican politicians out there who openly will admit to your face that they initially opposed the release of the Epstein files and now are for it, or at least whatever version will be released. Was Biden able to release the Epstein files while he was in office? Yes. Yes, there was plenty of time for him to release the Epstein files. In the aftermath of the Ghislaine Maxwell investigation's conclusion, after the court proceedings, he could have just like fucking dumped all of it. They didn't do it. They didn't even use it as an attack line against Donald Trump, in spite of the new information that had come out from Michael Wolff's reporting, literally right up to the election. Michael Wolff did some coverage on this stuff and reported that Jeffrey Epstein was actually super connected to Donald Trump far after we had previously thought their connection had ended, where Donald Trump had claimed that he had severed ties with Jeffrey Epstein. And the thing is, they didn't do it. They didn't even use it as a talking point. They actually never brought up Jeffrey Epstein. If you recall my conversations at the time, my analysis at the time, I kept saying, why the fuck aren't the Democrats using this as an attack line? But of course, I knew why they weren't using it as an attack line. If you remember my analysis back then, I told you it was because there are far too many Democratic big ticket party donors and also many prominent Democratic politicians like Bill Clinton that are directly involved with Jeffrey Epstein in the same exact meaningful ways that Donald Trump is involved with Jeffrey Epstein, perhaps even worse than Donald Trump's involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. And also, Jeffrey Epstein is an asset for the state of Israel, and Democrats are also uniparty on defending Israel. So these are the reasons why they never used it. So yes, it is copium to a certain degree to say that the Biden administration had no way of releasing the files. I guess the only line of defense is that, well, people weren't making a big deal about the Jeffrey Epstein stuff when Democrats were in charge. And there's some truth to that. And I think part of the reason why there's some truth to that is because Democrats just did not fucking want to make a big deal about it. They do now because Donald Trump is president. They do now because Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massie, and some other Republicans are also making a big fuss about not just Israel necessarily, but Jeffrey Epstein as well. Here, look. Dude, I love how fucking fraudulent these stupid motherfuckers are. God damn it, dude. Look at our politicians, dog. What are we doing? Prem Tucker, friend of the show of Zadeo News, went up to congressional Republicans to press them on calling the effort to release the Epstein files a hoax, and then today, with Trump's permission, voting to release them.
Yeah, what do you make of the vote to release the Epstein files today?
That's good. We got it done. Now wait till you see all the dishonest media and everybody out there when Trump's not in it. What are they going to do?
I cannot begin to explain to you how open these guys are about their lack of interest in what happens to you. Like, they do not have a sincere bone in their fucking bodies, man. They are like, oh, they're so fucking insincere. They're such fucking grifters. Even something like this and the hand ringing that has taken place to get this information out there. Like, I'm telling you, man, these are lizard people. If you are wondering why it takes a year to fix a fucking pothole in your city, it's because the American government is broken. Every institution is primarily compromised and primarily have people like this all the way down to the local positions. It's just all ambitious lizard people, whether it be Jeffrey Epstein, whether it be only offering infrastructure contracts to like their nephews and their friends in a quid pro quo style situation. I'm just saying generally, This inconsistency that you're going to hear from this fucking dipshit is demonstrated in every aspect of American governance, okay?
What are they going to do? They're going to be whining and complaining about something. They're going to be sitting there conspiring now to figure out, well, if we get the House back, how are we going to impeach the man? What are we're going to have to come up with something else.
You
previously
say
the records were destroyed. They destroyed the records. And
Yeah.
They're going to come up with something.
You previously said that you wanted to vote no on the Epstein hoax,
that's
and then
exactly
you
right.
flipped.
Oh, we all did it. We all did it. President Trump wants it because it's going to exonerate. It's going to clear him.
Yeah.
So I think he's put this back on the Democrats now. You know, but you know what? If Trump was in it, Joe Biden would have went after him. He'd have indicted him on something, but he didn't do it because there's nothing there. It's the Trump hoax.
What do you make of Trump being mentioned in the latest trove of Epstein files more than anyone else?
There's 65,000 pages. Obviously, Epstein did not like Trump too much. He's pretty much in bed with these others. Summers, he's in bed with Clinton. Now, why did Bill and Hillary not want to come up, and we subpoenaed them, not want to come up and testify? Why not? It's a big cover-up. You know what's so interesting about it? It's all the Democrats. The Democrats that are tied to Larry Epstein, to Epstein. It's Epstein. The Democrats. It's not Donald Trump. And you guys keep spinning this.
Bro, he ain't even trying. He ain't even good at repeating the talking points. Like, this is half-hearted, you know? Come on, Donald Trump said it's fine. You guys are gonna really get owned when you find out that Donald is not even a part of it. Why does this guy look like a baby who is old? Can someone explain to me what's going on with the way this motherfucker looks? Like, why does he look like an old baby? I've never seen someone look like this before. You should not look like this. Yeah, this is what Boss Baby would look like if you filtered it with like the hyper realistic filter, like an AI hyper realism filter. This is what Boss Baby would look like. I am an old baby and your rhetoric is deeply offensive. Well, you kind of deserve it. Reverse Boss Baby. He just looks like a baby, but also old.
Why do you do that? I said last night to CNN, I said, you guys owe him an apology. You're going to owe Donald Trump an apology for what you guys have done. I put out a post about the Epstein files. I got 12 million views. And when you go through the thousands of comments, now there are a lot of nut jobs in this country, quite honestly, but they're all calling Donald Trump a pedophile. There's no evidence out there that's going to say Donald Trump was a pedophile. If Donald Trump was a pedophile, he'd have been indicted for something. And previous administrations that despise him.
He said, the Epstein angle was the one I expected. If Donald Trump was fucking around with young girls, he probably would have been arrested, right? Just like my favorite rapper, Drake. He hit the Drake defense. If Donald Trump was a pedophile, he would have been indicted. Oh, really? The quick reversal after that statement is, okay, do you think Bill Clinton is a pedophile? He's unindicted. Because these guys who are complaining that people are calling Donald Trump a pedophile have been calling every Democrat not just a pedophile, but like a vampire pedophile. Too famous for the shit you suggested. Yep. Honestly, maybe half copium, but I am willing to bet they will release the files after heavy modifications, but due to the incompetence, they will include something that will incriminate Donnie. Oh, I totally can see that. Yes. The incompetence aspect, I mean. I think that they will release like the most redacted files of all time, but considering how this administration has prioritized loyalty over competence every step of the way, they've actually ended up stepping on rakes, and they will probably do so in this as well. I've been saying that.
Matter of fact, if Kamala Harris would be president today,
Kamala Harris.
we wouldn't be talking about that, Epstein. We won't be talking about Epstein.
What do you make of Donald Trump's birthday note to Jeffrey Epstein?
Donald
that was
Trump
very friendly
is
and
the
seemed to
greatest thing
suggest
since sliced bread, and it.
These are the guys who also sincerely say that there's too much leadership praise in places like North Korea or even China, right? And it's like, brother, you're a whole ass adult. You know how corrupt the administration is. You're a part of the corruption. And you can just sit there and fucking say that out loud. It blows my fucking mind. Okay, dick riding needs to stop. Okay, I just want to start there. This level of dick eating needs to stop. We have to stop it. This is too much dick riding. It is causing society to collapse. He is doing tricks on it. I'm going to run it again.
What do you make of Donald Trump's birthday note to Jeffrey Epstein?
Donald
that was very
Trump
friendly
is
and
the
seemed to
greatest thing
suggest
since sliced bread, and is why we continue to win. There's going to be smoke. There's going to be smoke and fire, and you're going to spin the truth. You're going to tell downright lies.
Is the note a lie?
Lies
Is the birthday note a lie?
about Donald Trump, and it's shameful.
Is the birthday note a lie?
Some of you guys should get counseling. You need help.
Wait, was the birthday note a lie?
You should get counseling.
Was the birthday note a lie?
I believe if you probably got some health insurance, I mean, we got to fix the health insurance, but there's probably some provisions in that health insurance that you guys could get some therapy. You guys need therapy. Go talk to a therapist.
Was the birthday note a lie? Was the birthday note a lie?
Bro's going reverse cowgirl on it. He is blowing bubbles. He is. He's blowing bubbles on it. It's unacceptable. You can't be doing all of that outside. Anyway, let's see what my queen, Jessica Escape from Tarkov, had to say about the Epstein stuff on the Fox 5.
But this idea that the Epstein files is going to be reframed as a Democratic hoax is never going to work. The American public is not cool with it. What does he have? Trump has a minus 39 approval on handling the Epstein files, and only 45% of Republicans even approve at this point. The narrative about Hakeem Jeffries, everyone at this table knows how fundraising emails work. So that email was from someone named Lisa Rossi, who's from a random fundraising group called Dynamic SRG, asking if Epstein wants to go to a generic DCCC dinner that Obama and Jeffries were going to be at. There was never any meeting. There was never any donation. And he appears one time in the Epstein files. By the Miami Herald's count, Trump is mentioned over 1,000 times in the latest tranche that just got out. And people are not going to forget that in 2002, for instance, Trump said, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with." It's even said he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. I have never alleged, and I am not alleging now, that Donald Trump has done anything untoward with an underage woman. But if you want to be throwing around single emails from a random fundraising group to try to make Brooklyn Barack look bad and not acknowledge how many times Donald Trump is mentioned in these files, you're just going to look dumb. And I would encourage everyone to not look dumb.
But it's other people mentioning him. It's not his fault when people want to get him.
I just read a quote.
So
Is other people mentioning him? Yeah, how about is Donald Trump mentioning Jeffrey Epstein? It's not just other people mentioning him. It's Jeffrey Epstein mentioning him. You have to say it's other people mentioning him because you can't say it's actually Jeffrey Epstein directly mentioning him while talking about their personal relationship. And not only that, but it's also Donald Trump mentioning Jeffrey Epstein. It is kind of crazy that they're even trying to tackle the Epstein stuff by bringing up Democrats in this way. And if you're going to bring up Democrats, you know, Hakeem Jeffries is probably one of the worst ones to bring up because he's too new on the scene to have been around and embedded with the Epstein stuff. He's a relatively green politician on the national stage. Yeah, talk about Larry Summers, a prominent Democrat, or Bill Clinton. Simply coming in with Hakeem Jeffries is probably the worst thing you can do when your guy is insanely compromised.